Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And here's the return from inside the 5. Can't quite get out to the 25. They'll spot it at the 24 to begin the drive. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The game makes it second and medium. Looking downfield, it's Orji bringing pressure. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
But with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another first down. They had their chance there on 3rd down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Just a really good job by the corner here, recognizing this wide receiver screen. Because he was so quick to react, when the receiver makes the catch, he's right there to make that tackle.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Chris, you have all week to kind of find the matchups that you want. They clearly wanted to go after this defensive back. They looked at it, first drive of the game. They make the throw. It's just a poor decision, in my opinion, by this quarterback, and it cost him.
He'll hand it off. Powering through. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot you can call here on this second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Looking to throw. It's Simpson. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Tight end goes in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. And that's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Pressure is coming. Pulls it in. It's Williams. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, tied.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stopped at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
1st down. We're going to throw the football. He'll take a deep shot here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Orji. The pocket breaking down. Got him, he's sacked. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. 4th down, he's throwing for it. Looking for his big tight end. And he finds his target. He has the 1st. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Well, it's a blown opportunity here for this defense. They get the offense all the way to 4th down and long. They got to get pressure. They got to get this offense off the field, make them pay for this aggressive decision to go for it. And instead, they give up the 1st down. This could cost them.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion, right? And they heave it deep downfield. Pass caught. Can he get in?
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different...
Break. Oh, and it's a fumble. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
You know, as wide receivers, we get enamored with their size and their speed and their versatility and their ability to make plays after the catch. But none of those things are more important than taking care of the ball. He makes the catch, but he doesn't secure the football, and it's a fumble.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Passes the 40. They make the stop, but not before a solid game that time. The clock had stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. Toss play. Back heads to his right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets rid of it on the move. That's reeled in. It's Bell. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Orji. It's intercepted, trying to fire it into a tight window. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously, reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. A premium here on ball security. The last drive, of course, ended in a fumble. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. 1st and 10 now for the offense. From the shotgun, drops back. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Launching one to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play, and the ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. They look to throw it here on second down. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Lining up to try the extra point. The PAT is good. They go up a touchdown, 14-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Return starts from inside the 5. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Turns on the speed. Can they catch him? All the way for a touchdown. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Point after, not right through. The Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this away to get the second half going. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Trying to extend the play. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Important second down play coming up. The back's got it. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Snags the quick throw. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
That's caught. It's Williams. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
After the second down incompletion, I have to convert here on third down and 8. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Launching one to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First down, looking to throw the ball. He slings this one deep down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now, this isn't working.
And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Tackle's made quickly, but they are knocking on the door at the 8-yard line. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Handoff here from the shotgun.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. To throw, it's Simpson. Makes a quick grab. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Well, they get positive yards here. I have the sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to run it in. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down.
Well, here we are now on 4th down, Chris. And at this point in the game, a field goal gives you the lead. I don't think you roll the dice. I think you kick the field goal, you take the lead, and then you rely on your defense to be able to win this game.
And that one's straight down the middle. And they've regained the lead.
Well, you talk about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the 4th.
They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball up to the 28.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. Man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And in 1st down, right back to the running game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
To throw, it's Orji. He'll throw it now. Caught quickly. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. And he slings this pass over the middle. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Now it's 2nd down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grab made by the tight end. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his second catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Alabama now operating in the red zone. Gonna run it. It's Young. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Gives it to the back. Some hard running there through a tackle. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.